and hype fight. Why two young inventors are being sued for $1 million.
Good morning, and thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Christy Lee.
And I'm Justin Michaels. Good morning to you, New England. Good morning, Christy. We're going to have more on those stories in a few moments. But first, we do want to check in with our chief meteorologist, Matt Noyes. He has our early warning weather. Matt?
Well, thanks very much.
Right now, some residents in Manchester, New Hampshire are still evacuated after a water main break.
Yeah, Christy, flooding has caused several major sinkholes there and flushed away a portion of Gough Street. Our Jackie Bruno joins us live from there right now with an update. Jackie, how's the cleanup coming?
Well, the cleanup is still ongoing.
This morning, a toddler on a JetBlue flight to Boston was rushed to Mass General Hospital for a medical emergency. The 18-month-old was on a flight from Pittsburgh when the child went into cardiac arrest. State police escorted that toddler, also their family, to the hospital. The child was identified as being from Needham, Massachusetts. The child's condition right now is unknown.
And this morning,
the cousin of former Patriots player Aaron Hernandez is trying to get her conspiracy charge dismissed today as new documents are released about the failed lie detector test of another person charged in connection to the same murder as Hernandez. Our Bridget Blythe is live now with details on this, Bridget.
And Justin, lawyers for Tanya Singleton possibility of parole.
Well, Christy, at 6:09, there is a Watertown, Connecticut family facing a $1 million lawsuit, all because their two daughters invented a simple way to keep their smartphones clean.
They call them hype wipes, a microfiber cloth with...
Back now at 6:13 to talk about your early warning weather. Good morning, Matt Noyes.
Good morning.
It's going to snow.
It's
going to snow.
Well, in the mountains, yeah. You know, snowmobiles are happy about that.
Night training mission at the time.
Federal prosecutors in Philadelphia have filed kidnapping charges against the man accused of abducting a woman and actually holding her hostage for 3 days. But Devlin Barnes must first face unrelated state charges down in Virginia for abducting and sexually assaulting a 16-year-old girl. Court documents said Barnes confessed and told Philadelphia authorities he did not know that victim, Charlize Freeland Gaither. Her abduction was caught on camera. She was found 120 miles away in Jessup, Maryland, Wednesday night. A setback this morning for gay marriage advocates across the United States after a federal appellate court upheld the ban on same-sex marriage in 4 states. The 2-to-1 vote will continue the bans in Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee, but the case is likely headed to the Supreme Court. Federal courts have ruled differently, and gay marriage advocates say they plan to appeal their case to the United States Supreme Court.
A New Zealand prosecutor...
Checking this morning's Money Clip headlines, including an update on the Home Depot data breach. Also, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, he's answering some questions about his wardrobe choices. Let's go right now live to CNBC's Kayla Tochi. Kayla, good morning to you.
Justin, good morning. With a lot of these athletes on these situations. Guys, back to you.
All right, Kayla Tochi live for us there at CNBC's headquarters in New York. Kayla, thanks. Taking a look at your sports headlines, the Bruins have a much-deserved weekend off. They'll take on the New Jersey Devils Monday night at the Garden. The puck drops at 7. But last night, the Bruins faced the Edmonton Oilers at home. The Oilers had a 2-1 lead early in the third period before the Bruins turned it around, scoring 4 goals in just 9 minutes. Boston went on to win 5-2. The goals from 5 different players. The Celtics will play the Indiana Pacers tomorrow night at the Garden. Tip-off there is at 7:30. And on their day off last night, the C's put on a fashion show for everybody, debuting a gray alternate jersey. The sleeve jersey is called the Parquet Pride, and it uses a pattern similar to the one right there on the Garden floor. The Celtics will wear these uniforms, they say, 6 times this season. The 2-day hearing for former NFL running back Ray Rice is now over, and now we await a decision on his future with that league. The arbitration hearing will decide if the NFL overstepped its power to suspend Rice indefinitely after a video surfaced of him hitting his then-fiancée inside an elevator. Sources say there's no timetable for a decision to be made. Also in the NFL, the league has formally begun a review of Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson's case to see if he will face any further punishment from the league. Earlier this week, Peterson pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor reckless assault for hitting his 4-year-old son with a wooden switch. Peterson agreed to a $4,000 fine, also probation, and 80 hours of community service. Back in the news now, at least 20 people in Manchester, New Hampshire are evacuated after a major water main break in that city. Flooding caused several sinkholes. Our Jackie Bruno is live on scene with the very latest on what's happening there, Jackie, and also that cleanup effort. You can see it's happening behind you.
Yeah, their cleanup crews are here.
January 31st.
All right, Christy, if you love New England history, you're going to love this. Workers made a really interesting discovery during a construction project in Burlington, Vermont. It was a street project. Public Works Department crews were upgrading a sewer system on Main Street there in Burlington, and they discovered a long-abandoned inactive network of water pipes. Now, what's different about these pipes? They're made out of wood. DPW believes they date back all the way to 1870.
We immediately knew it was history.
How neat is that discovery? Take a look at those pipes. The Public Works Department plans to display a section of that discovery to show people how the city used to run.
It's pretty cool. They plan to open next fall.
In Providence, Rhode Island, the Providence area animal shelters are hoping that some cat lovers will come to the rescue after a recent case of animal hoarding. Police discovered 69 cats at an apartment on Progress Avenue. Most of those cats are actually healthy and they are adoptable. Through Sunday, the Providence Animal Rescue League is going to cut adoption prices from $90 all the way down to $25 for any cat that is 6 months or older. All right, it's Christmas time. Yes, it is. Christmas time. The Christmas festival kicks off this weekend in Boston.
It'll get started with the 21st annual gingerbread competition today at the Seaport World Trade Center. Look how fancy this one is.
Amazing.
The top bakers and pastry chefs from Boston will compete against each other, and the houses will be auctioned off to benefit Housing Families Incorporated. Not a single one with candy, kind of sliding off the roof.
I kind of feel like I might walk by and take things as I'm walking around.
Do not
okay,
touch.
All right.
All right. And Faneuil Hall's Christmas tree arrived in Boston.
All right, let's talk early warning weather with Matt Noyes. You know what, Matt, as people step out the door today, they might be wondering if this weekend is going to be a washout.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's going to be fine. I mean, you'd think that way because it's kind of drizzly this morning.
Justin?
That certainly warms your heart that she was there. I'm sure her dad loved every moment of that. All right, airbag recall. Coming up next, all new at 7, hundreds of thousands of Honda vehicles are added to a major recall for that company. We'll have details for you.